Buona. Bye. November 3, 2021 is when we left Tanzania going to Burundi. And ever since we came to Burundi, we've experienced such lovely things. We just like to share some things with you from just daily life, but also music ministry, visiting beautiful waterfalls. And then we'd like to take a big leap and take you into our project here. We found land and we are working on it, and we have very nice plans that we'd like to share with you. Unfortunately, we had to cut this video in two because the network is not so great here, so we had to make two shorter parts. In the description box you will find a link to part 2. So may you enjoy first part 1 and then part 2. So this is when you take a journey in Africa, you just stop somewhere and then you pluck some fresh tamarind from the tree.
Yeah.
And you eat. Ooh! Oh.
They're very nice. Mama told you don't have.
On the way between Panda and Kikoma. Just a dirt road. It's nothing. A very dirty car. It's like it's been sprayed. Sprayed with mud. Yeah. But look at that view. What a privilege. So we arrived safely in the city of Bujumbura, and there we stayed for some months. And yeah, we came in the middle of rainy season, and when it rains, it really does rain. And we would like to just show you a little bit of how it's like to stay in the city, because there was a fuel crisis, there still is a fuel crisis, and what the traffic is like here. In Bujumbura, we are looking for fuel because there is a fuel crisis. We thought if we come early morning on Sunday, maybe. It's been tough so far, but look how busy it is. All these bikes are taxis. The motorbikes, some of them. Yeah. This is what fuel crisis means. We stand in a row for how long have we been here? 2 hours? Yeah. That's it. Coming from all the way there, you can't see, but it's a big queue. 2 hours. Well spent. Well, once we get a full tank, we can we have some storage for the coming weeks, hopefully. It's full, guys. It's full. It's full. So let me give you a little update on what happened regarding music ministry. When we just got to Burundi, we met a sister called Karen, and she plays the guitar and she sings, and we were asked to prepare a concert for the small English church that is there in Bujumbura. And so we did. And the responses were so positive. They asked us if we could also bring the same concert in the big church. And so we agreed. And as we brought it to the bigger church, we were then asked from there to sing at a campaign that was held in a small village some weeks later. And so we agreed on that. And that turned out to be quite the experience. And so when the day came, we hopped into the car and we went into the hills. And while we were on this quite bumpy road, we tried up to warm up our voices. And then as we got closer, they told us,
where is the church, please?
they just told us it's up the hill. So
Oh,
we can't go much further now with the car. So now we have to walk. This is a music ministry in Burundi. Here goes the violin and the guitar. Oh. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh dear.
look at my shoes. You get my shoes. This is the footwear that Karen chose.
Yeah, mine are at least a bit closed, but I'm slipping. Woo! You see? I better not film. I'll fall. I don't know how far we are now.
No idea.
How many minutes did we walk? 5
feel like-
maybe?
These steps are getting steeper though.
But look where we are though. Oh, Jesh,
Yeah, I'm okay.
he's doing good. Yeah, well, you see, we have some while to go. So when we got on top of the hill, there was this massive amount of people waiting, and we sat down in the middle of the tent waiting for the next instructions. And as we sat there, everyone was watching us, because for most of them, this was the first time they got to see white people. So eventually we settled in the church, and when they told us it was our time, found out there was not that much time left, and so we could do only a few songs. And so, okay, we agreed to sing our songs for these hundreds of people, many eyes on us. And as we sang, many were singing along because they were the songs that they knew, and we were able to bless them. And well, it was quite an experience for them, but especially for us. So after this rather messy situation, we said our goodbyes and we made our way down the hill again. And after a couple of months, we were asked again to sing, and this time at an evangelistic campaign. And the campaign was held at the stadium. And when we got there, we came to find out that the stadium was actually being broken down, as you can see here. And so the campaign was just going on, wind blowing and everything. And in the meantime, at the background, the stadium is being broken down. You could hear the shuttering of the bricks and everything. So it was quite, again, a very interesting experience, to say the least. But all of this was absolutely great. I mean, we wouldn't have wanted to miss out on any of it. So as I mentioned in the beginning, we first stayed in Bujumbura. But after a while we decided to move to Kitega. And Kitega is about 2.5 hours drive from Bujumbura. Now the roads here in Burundi are narrow. And there's basically only one main road that leads throughout the whole country. And everything happens on these roads. And here you can see students taking their new benches from the carpenter to their schoolrooms probably. And they looked quite heavy. They carried them on their shoulders and on their heads, and well, it looked like it was quite a distance. Another thing you see quite frequently here on the roads are these cyclers. These guys carry huge loads of cargo on their bicycles and they go downhill. Whether it is charcoal or corn or banana, it is heavy and it makes them to go very, very fast. And some of these cyclers, they don't have brakes on their bikes. And so you can imagine when you go downhill, because Burundi is a land of hills and valleys, you can go very, very fast. And they take great risks in order to get their salary and to get their cargo from A to B. And this one was going so fast, even the pedestrians who are used to seeing them were surprised to see how fast this one was going. They are very, very skilled, and that's why I guess they are so famous. But they do take great risks in order to get a salary and to supply for themselves and for their families. And if these bikes are not going downhill, they're going uphill. And that means they have to push their bikes with their cargo up the hill. And that is another challenge by itself. So in February last year, we decided to take a visit to the waterfalls in Karera. And we did this while it was rainy season and it was so wet that actually many of the waterfalls were so incredibly full that some of them were not able to be reached. So we only saw a couple of them, but those ones were very impressive. And as you can see, it was raining when we went there. We got completely wet, but it was absolutely gorgeous. It was such a beautiful place to see, and that forest that we visited there, it's like this rainforest that I think has never been touched by human hands. It was very impressive. So we would like to just show you a few clips of this beautiful rainforest and the waterfalls there. You get so wet here. Every heart longs for peace, that elusive and priceless Here you are looking at the valley that is near our home in Kitega. We like to take a walk to look into the beautiful valley because usually there's always something planted. Women are always busy planting things there because it's always wet enough and never dry for crops to fail, and it's always a pretty sight. Now here we leave you with part 1, and please continue with part 2 if you want to look at the progress of our project here in Burundi, the land we found and what we are doing on it and what we are planning to do. So we hope to see you there.